Hello everyone. I am in Maryland. I'm in my Nana's sunroom. So I'm gonna try to keep the lighting from changing as much, but it's my camera's still doing the auto lighting setting, and I can't turn it off. So I looked up online everything on how to turn this off, where it's doing what it's doing now, where it keeps trying to adjust the lighting. So you're just gonna have to bear with me for that. I'm sorry about this. I will be hopefully getting a camera for Christmas, fingers crossed. So this issue should be resolved when I get that camera. And also, you guys, I did end up getting all A's this semester, and I am now on the chancellor's list for this semester. I've always been on the dean's list, which was pretty good. That's like the equivalent of AB honor roll, for kids who don't, or people who don't understand the difference between chancellors and deans. So the deans is like AB honor roll, and the chancellor's list is A honor roll. So I'm very, very happy. Everything worked out. All my finals went very, very well, obviously, because I ended up getting all A's like I thought I was going to do. So yeah, I'm very happy about that, and my family is very proud of me with all I did this past semester, this school year so far, with keeping up my channel and continue to make dolls and continue to keep friendships up and my actual job, as well as my grades. So yeah, that I wanted to update you guys that I got all my final grades and I got all A's. So today's video is important to me in particular, because I have like kind of a personal connection to this topic. So a lot of my topics or ideas that I get come from the discussions that happen on the discourse groups, the Reborn discourse community groups. And this topic stood out to me, and I'll tell you why it stood out to me. So the topic for today is, should minors be allowed to sell and paint Reborn dolls? And for me, I don't see an issue with it. Okay, legally, it's in a gray area, because for most people it's not a legal business. Like, it's not an actual, like, you don't have, most people who make Reborns don't actually have like a copyright or a business license. It's just kind of a side thing that they do. It's an art form that's just kind of a side thing that they do, and they don't have like legal protection for that quite yet. It's only people who really do it for like their career have protections, like LLCs, that kind of licensing. So legally wise, it's kind of in a gray area, most people who sell Reborn dolls and paint them. So let's put aside the legal issue of, is it okay to sell, and is it okay for minors to sell, and is it okay for us to buy from minors? Is it okay for us to sell to minors? Personally, I don't have a problem selling to minors as long as their parents are aware. Because most of the times the minors that I sell to are older teens anyway, that I have sold to. They're older teens, and I mean like 16. So, I mean, at that point, they're pretty much close to adulthood. And I don't have much as a problem selling with them. But even still, if they're like 16, I'll make sure their parents are aware of what they're using their money for. Because most of the time, 16-year-olds have their own money saved up from, birthdays, chores, that kind of things. So most of the time, it really is their money that they earned or were gifted. So, yeah. I don't have a problem with it, because I personally know that when I was 17, I was mature enough to be able to conduct business. I moved out when I was 17, out of my mom's house. So it's not out of the realm to me that a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old could conduct a legitimate Reborn business, because I think it's ignorant to say that no, just because someone is 16 that they're immature. I think that's ageist and kind of ignorant, because I know a lot of people who are older that are very immature. So I don't, when it comes to this situation, I don't think age is really a age is not really a way to tell if someone's mature and if they're going to be mature and conducting business the right way. Like I said, I've seen people in this community that are like 40 years old, and up, and like I've seen even 70-year-olds who don't know how to be respectful in selling their dolls, or don't know how to conduct their business in a respectful, mature way. So don't just blame it on 16-year-olds are just immature, because that's just a false statement. So I don't really have a problem with them selling dolls if they have parent permission. I don't have a problem with them trying to get into the business if they have parent permission, at least. The parent doesn't have to watch every single thing they do, because if they're 16, you gotta think about this. Most 16-year-olds are already driving. So if we give them the responsibility of driving, how come they can't paint and sell dolls to get extra money for, if they need gas money, or save up for college? I mean, what would you prefer these young adults to do is my thing, because there's not many employment options for 16, 17-year-olds, because most businesses don't want to hire you at that age. Trust me, I went through that. They have the same thought process that you're too young to be mature to hold this job, which is ridiculous, because you have to get job opportunities and job experience at some point, in order to live a prosperous life. So I don't get that either. But yeah, so what would you rather these 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds do? Would you rather them work at a fast food place where they'll have to work long hours to get the same amount of money that they can from working at home, painting the dolls and selling those? Like, for example, even my work-study job, which I work long hours doing, and I love my job, but per paycheck I only get about $160 from that. And that's with a lot of work that I do. Like, I do a lot of work for $160 per 2 weeks. And when I sell one doll, it's around profit margins, I'm looking at around $260 for one doll. So it's like, what would you rather them do? Would you rather them put forth the effort to grow a business, get money, get responsibility that way, get experience that way by growing a Reborn business, or would you rather them slave over a grill in like a McDonald's? So I don't know. It's up to you guys if you want to buy from a minor or if you want to sell to a minor. Obviously, it's up to you and what you want to do with your Reborn business. It's up to you how you want to conduct your business. But I don't feel like, personally for me, I could discriminate against someone just because they're 16. That's the least thing that I would discriminate against a buyer for, or a seller for. So that being said, I think regardless of someone's age, if they're going to get into Reborns, they should know how to conduct themselves in a professional manner. Regardless of age, if they've never made a doll before and they start offering customs, that's a little sketchy to me. If they've never made a doll before and they automatically start offering to make customs for people, that's a red flag to me, regardless of age, because I've seen people of all ages do that. So all of this for me doesn't apply to the younger kids. I'm sure there are younger kids out there that are like art prodigies that would be really great at painting Reborn dolls, but I don't know so much as if I would trust maybe like a 9-year-old. I don't know. At that point, I don't know if I would still kind of apply the same responsibility of a 9-year-old to a 16-year-old. I think it's very different. But yeah, so that's my little thoughts on this little topic, because a lot of people are very upset that some people are allowing 16-year-olds in their groups to sell. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be doing more and more videos as I come up with ideas or when I get my new camera, and I'll be doing probably a Christmas video or something with him, because he's the only one I obviously brought with me to Maryland because he could fit. I had a lot of reactions to him in the airport when I brought him out through security, but I didn't videotape any of that because I don't think that would have been really allowed. But yes, so there he is. His hair is a little messy. I got to get him a new brush. But yeah, here he is. This is little Amias. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.